Basically, I think in community radio is important because every other radio station you'll listen to, they're getting a generic news. They're all getting a generic, what's happening, what's the biggest story in Bristol today, what's Sky News covering. We're covering what's happening to people in this community. We're talking about Romford, we're talking about Harold Hill, we're talking about Upminster, Hornchurch, you know. We're talking about the issues that are actually affecting the daily lives of the people around here. And our news team here is absolutely second to none. We've got a variant of sources and reporters and you know, a really broad and vibrant news team, and I think that is a benefit to both the community and yeah, to the people of that community, you know.
Well, it's a community station, isn't it? It's a community station for the community of Havering, for Harold Hill as well, because we're based in Harold Hill, which means the local people of Harold Hill, if they listen to us, they will get all the information they need. All right, they do get it out of the papers, but they'd rather press a button, switch a radio on and have somebody tell them what's going on, because when you look in a paper, you glance through, see a couple of photos. If you like the photo you're looking at, you'll read the article, otherwise you'll just gloss through it. We have the leader of the council, Michael White, in the station. He has his own show. It's two shows actually. A Sunday morning show, plays music and fun, and then on a Friday he has Community Link, where people come in from the community and talk about what's been going on and discuss problems and how they can solve them.
I think people know what's going on in the borough of Havering. Plus, I think the local papers, they do a great job, but quite a lot of the time they sensationalise things that are going on quite negatively, but we talk about all the really positive stuff here. There's so many great people that live and work in Havering, and they're the kind of people we're really interested in bringing forward. Particularly, I like to interview them on my show.
You know? Well, you know, we play what's on announcements every day in the daily schedules, in the Wake Up Show from 7 to 11, the Big Link in the afternoons with Ronnie O'Brien, 11 till 3, and then the Cone Zones from 4 till 7. We do what's on announcements, so if you have something out there in the community that you want announced to people, and you know, not everyone reads their living magazines, not everyone's reading announcements on the walls. You know, sometimes it's good to hear an announcement, and I think that's what we do. That's what What's Ons do. You can hear, you know, when fates are on, and when events are happening, when the playfests are, when these things are happening, and what events are happening in you know, libraries. The libraries have got a vibrant selection of events you can go to. You know, Joe Brand's been here, Chris Ryan's been in the libraries. You know, so lots of events, and we announce them. We're telling people they're there. So if you want to be first, you want to hear some information first and get one of the tickets, you know, then we are the place to listen to. 92.2 and linkfm.net. Tune in 24 hours a day, and there'll always be something here for you to listen to.
It's all about what's going on in the community. And before I worked for Link FM, I didn't know what was going on. I grew up in Havering, and I didn't see it as a particularly great place to live. I wasn't unhappy, but now I recognise there are so many great people living and working in Havering, and working here has made me realise that.
Our local news coverage, I would say, is second to none. We have a team of people here, quite often made up of volunteers who work for us maybe one day a week or maybe for 3 hours a week. But we also have students here on work experience, extended work experience, where they come over a period of 2 years and spend 1 day a week with us, or also they come from schools for their 2-week work experience period that they would normally go into business or construction or something like that, but they come and spend it with us. But news comes from all sorts of sources, from emails that are sent to us by the police, National Health Service, and phone calls from the public, etc. And it's really a tight service because we're able to bring real local news to local people, which larger stations can't do, and certainly on the television you won't hear the type of news that we run, because it's the news is just very, very localised and of interest to the people who are resident or working in the London Borough of Havering.
They can tune into 92.2 on the FM dial, or they can go to www.linkfm.net. There's information of what's going on in the area, there's information about the station. Link FM has been around for over 17 years now, I think. So we have been a very big part of the community for a long time, but now we're going full-time as a full-time community station. We're doing a lot more for the area.
Link FM is a radio station that belongs to the community, and we're always open to news stories, people with any new ideas that they might like to hear on air, and people who generally want to volunteer to come along and help us run the station, because it is a local radio station that belongs to local people, and we very much welcome local people being part of what we do.
We like people from Havering to get involved with news items. They can email us at studio@linkfm.net or news@linkfm.net. They can phone us on 01708 342200 if they've got any stories or anything they'd like to discuss or put their view across about Havering.